All right, shoot, camera, action. All right, good afternoon, folks. What's happening? I did a YouTube last Saturday on Say It Loud. I'm an Israelite and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm an Israelite and I'm proud. I'm sitting in my car on lunchtime thinking about something a couple of days. Before I do a YouTube starting up on this stuff called The Foundation. I was thinking about some things. And so I said, let me throw this out there before I do that, because I always touch my nose. My wife said, what are you picking your nose? No, I ain't picking my nose. But anyway, here's the topic. Here's a nugget, a tidbit, whatever they call these type of things before the foundation. And then we're going to get into the history and all this other stuff. But before I do that, I'm going to do this YouTube real quick and get it started this way. Because a lie told often enough becomes truth. A lie told often enough becomes truth. I wrote this down while I'm at work. The lie that has been told is the European Jew or the people of ancient history, Hebrews, aka Israelites. This lie has been told for centuries. Christendom has pushed this into the world, into the minds. Christendom has pushed into the minds of the world, for centuries, this lie. But now the facts are coming out, and people are upset about it, for sure. They upset, man. They having fits. This anti-African Israelite stuff, the Christian, the Jew, and many of the black Christians, and I mean many, wanted to go away. That's not happening. Many of the black Christians want this stuff to go away. That's not happening. What's the lie? The European Jews are the ancient Hebrew Israelites. That's the lie. It's been told so long. It's ingrained in the mind. It's ingrained in the soul. It's in the translation you got, probably, most likely, definitely, for sure. And it's just the way it is. But as time goes on, more things come out, etc., 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 and we're gonna have to deal with the lie. Galatians 4:16. Usually, what happens when you start talking like this? I am not the only person. This is a fact. There's plenty of people, out there encouraged enough to take a stance on this. Unfortunately, you get labeled, you get reverse psychology, racism, you get all type of stuff, because this is the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. It is what it is. Galatians 4:16. This is what happens when a lie that has been going on for so long with no challenge to the lie. Galatians 4:16. You become people's enemy. Read Galatians 4:16. Do I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? No, we don't. Shaul was talking to the Galatians. But I'm talking to the modern day Christian, Jew, black Christian, Hispanic Christian, French Christian, Chinese Christian, whoever may be out there. Well, we know the Jews ain't gonna accept this, so please. So we don't even want to discuss that. That's just a waste of time. Even wasting my breath on that, because we know they don't want to hear nothing. They beating the heck out of people in Israel. They doing all kind of stuff, and you folks are still sitting up there talking about support Israel. Wow, what a joke. Before I get to the foundation of the African Israelite or the European Jew, a lie told often enough becomes truth. And this is what has happened, folks, people. This is what has happened. It had to be. It's been telling this lie and been deceiving people so long, and it's almost, how can I say the word, to say African Negro Israelite, whatever. Black is acceptable. You can say black Hebrew Israelite, because that's what they call them. Well, etc. But this lie has been going on so long that it takes a lot for someone to surrender and say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with it. It's a lie. And no lie is of the truth. I don't care what religion, I don't care who's behind it. I don't care what. Please, the Father don't care nothing about no religion and no stamp or approval from a religion. No religion. I don't care which religion it is. So a lie is not of the truth. So when any other lie in Scripture that's a lie, we'll call it out in a second. We'll call it out. People that are believers that believe in the inspired text. That's what we call it, the inspired text. But we'll call out a lie when it comes to other things, doctrine and this and that, and we'll go after it all we got and teach on it and bring it out and blah, 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 blah. You'll see me all buckle up. It's a little cool here in New York. But when it comes to this particular lie and this elephant, ooh, don't touch it. Leave that elephant alone. Let him, don't touch him. No, but that elephant is in the room, as I said last week. That elephant is in the room. I got some other notes I guess I'll do. I got them down for the other YouTube coming to the foundation. And I just wanted to give a quick tidbit nugget on this particular thought. A lie told often enough becomes truth. Folks, some of you guys been believers 50, 40, 30 years. You guys know for a fact that no Christian apologetic teaching behind no pulpit, white, black, Hispanic, has never, ever really taught this. Maybe a few that we can find. I know a couple who has. A couple of white Christian guys have told the truth as well. Let me not leave that out. A couple of white Christian dudes have told the truth. But the mass majority, some black guys as well, but the mass majority of the Christendom does not want to hear this. They trying to do stuff to get this stuff off the social media. They don't want nobody going through this stuff because they're going to bring up that famous word. We know what that is. Anti blah, 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 blah. But the truth shall prevail. It's just the way it is. It's just history. And when we get into history and the foundation, history was tampered with. Oops. History was tampered with to make the discussion fit, to make it stay the way it is. For people who never had a chance to challenge nothing, you didn't know any better. White and black and Hispanic, you didn't know any better when you were growing up. Our parents didn't know any better. Most of them didn't have a clue. They didn't know any better. So you just got passed down religion, passed down tradition, passed down a lie, passed down keep it moving, passed down this is not about that, passed down it doesn't really matter, passed down avoid it at all costs, passed down. It's just the same stuff. In 2023, as I said last Saturday, it's still the same. It's the same thing going on today. Unfortunately, there's many educated white, black, Hispanic, Arab people who have studied history and put it together with truth, and it just doesn't add up, folks. Now, somebody gonna say, well, I just can't accept it. Well, you don't have to accept it. It ain't gonna change the facts if you don't accept it. You can avoid it, take a U-turn and detour, whatever. Stay away from it. Stay away from the topic. Stay away from the subject. Blah, 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 blah. But somebody like me and others, they're gonna hit it. They're gonna come after it. It's not an arrogance thing. It's the truth thing. It's about truth. I thought believers believe in the truth. I thought believers look for the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Oh boy. Anyway, so listen, this is a Thursday afternoon, but we got to continue to search. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. It says, prove all things, not some, not what your former pastor told you, because he was blind as blind. He couldn't see neither on this. And that's not faulting them. It just wasn't their time in the past. Let me say it that way. It just wasn't their time in the past. They were doing what most of y'all do today, having church, going to service, having church, going to service, Sunday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, Friday, and then boom, 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 break Saturday, back at it Sunday. So they did what most of you guys are doing today. All right? You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you believe. You got to do what your convictions are. I understand that. I got that. But I got to do what my convictions are. I got to do what my convictions are. And I got to say what it is, despite of the Galatians 4:16. Because I already know that comes with the territory. It comes with eschatology. It comes with nameology. It comes with some lies not some lies, a lot of lies that have been told in the past. Galatians 4:16 comes with territory. I got it. I know. This ain't my first rodeo going against the grain. Oh, no. Heck no. It's been about 17, 18 years, seems like. Been going against the grain. It ain't going against the grain to be some martyr, neither. It's not going against the grain to be something special. No, it ain't no special. Yahuwah told Ali Yahu, I got 7,000 more who did not bow down to the Lord. Oops, I meant to put that in there instead of the word Baal. So he's always got a remnant of people who will stand up. It's not the most popular people. It's not the most dignitary, seminized school people. No. It's just straight up. Because a little learning can go a long way. A little. And then a lot of learning is like an atom bomb. And then after that, after atom bomb, it's over. So, you know what, folks? I'm trying to encourage some of you folks, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. Don't be afraid of the masses. Don't be afraid. Now, I know it's not easy, because especially if you go to one of your fellow church members, especially a pastor, somebody who's in authority over you. Let them have authority over you. And you come up and bring this subject up. You might not be doing too much more in the building, too much more. Amen. So, Jewish people, forget it. The young people, the Jewish little people, they not, please. It's just the way it goes. So, folks, a lie told often enough becomes truth. If it's told often enough, it settles in as truth. And for centuries, this is what we got when it comes to European Jews. I got to leave my foundation stuff alone so I can have something for that to start this thing out, because once I get going, it starts calculating. I usually don't write little cute notes. I can put the little notes up here. I usually don't write little, I wrote this down. I usually don't write stuff down, but just for the fact that I had to put it down, because just thinking in my head, my gosh, a lie told often enough becomes true. There's many other lies that have become true. Well, we ain't gonna deal with all of them in one shot. I have to call out. I have to leave. I have to get in. I would get in trouble at work. I ain't going back. I gotta do this YouTube. Yeah, all right, sure. But anyway, people, listen. Hit me back. Hit me back on the discussion. Hit me back if you're not sure where I'm coming from. Hit me back if you're thinking some other thing, or hyper reverse racism maybe, or something like that. No. We talking about the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Amen. Now, the truth happens to be something that most of the world has been told a lie. So the truth now is like the abnormal has become normal. The abnormal has become normal. That's another way of putting this particular thought. Because why? We can't question. We can't say nothing, as I said. Let me calm. Relax. It's really, really to the point now that, especially the black Christians, as I said last Saturday, get some pride, man. Get some pride in yourself about your nationality, your identity. Is that salvation? It's not to do with salvation. I don't want to do it. Not to win it. Everything in the scriptures has nothing. Everything in the scripture does not always pertain to the word salvific or salvation. You folks talk about eschatology, you talk about all type of stuff, baptism, tongues. You talk about all type of stuff in Christendom. So don't try to use that for salvation when it comes to this subject. Because I know how it goes. Avoid that elephant, say anything. Avoid that elephant, say anything, because you just don't want to, you don't want to start no ruckus. You don't want to, I got a lot of white brothers and sisters that I talk to them live in the thing I used to hang out. So it's no matter. It's no matter. And I still was friends with them afterwards. Some of them didn't want to hear it. I know they left. They quiet, put on Iggy. I don't want to hear it. Hey, it is what it is. But I usually got attacked. Back in the days. Because the subject would come up and stuff, and then I would make a little comment, and then boom, boom, boom. Knowing that my voice and who I am, quote unquote, a black African man, as they like to call us. And then if I start commenting, but then when a little bit of knowledge or a little bit of history come out, all of a sudden, are you racist? Nah, man. I was sitting in the thing for hours and hours and years. But then when the subject come up and you got a little history, you giving them questions, and now are you racist? Come on, man. I'm laughing. I can't help it because I understand, man. It's not easy. It's not easy. But as I said, I'm going to close this out. As I said, the other elders and people before us, they didn't know. Some of them knew a little bit, but they didn't want to touch it. Let's be honest. You're going to try to tell me in the last 100 years, I'm just going to say 100 years, with a little bit of stuff coming slowly but surely, but they too busy was doing them sermons. Too busy yelling and hooping and running across the podium. Then them other fake teachers up there talking about money. So it's too much all that. And then it's so much bickering back and forth in Christendom with doctrines and tenets back and forth. They ain't had time to look up and, wait a minute. What in the world? Wait a minute. This Jesus, oops, goodness. Oh, I messed up. This Jesus picture, wait a second. It's in pretty much every Baptist, some of these other buildings as well. It's all over the place. Wait a second. Well, where was the Negro at? All this going on. Oh, I forgot, in the movies, we helping him, so-called, the guy named Jesus, pick up, quote unquote, his name is Yahushua, pick up his stake, not a cross. Wow. That's what they show in the movies. That's it. It should have been reversed because all the folks was colored. My gosh. We're going to get into the foundation. Start out with the foundation and get it going. But anyway, this is a little quick tidbit, nugget, whatever you want to call it. A lie told often enough becomes the truth. A lie. Now, how are we going to establish truth on a lie? Can we establish truth on a lie? Do we establish a lie when it comes to other tenets and doctrines as claiming to be people of faith in the book? Do we do that? No way for y'all who are claiming like myself, claiming to be in the faith, born again. Do you do that? With other stuff that's a lie and it gets exposed, it gets torn down, shredder, that's it. But this elephant and this lie, it seems that it does not want to go. Now, I'm going to say this off of this subject, or for this point. We don't know if it was purposely done, racially done, or just, we don't know. Give a little benefit of the doubt. Psych. We know why it was done. Through Christendom. We know why it was done. That's right. In them 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th century. We know why it was done. It wasn't like that back in the before first century. Wasn't like that in the first century. Wasn't like that in that span in between that period. But boy, When we get to that Renaissance period in that 1400s, things start to change. We got to get rid of this. We got to put this in. We got to get rid of that. We got to put this in. We got to change this and put that in. We got to change this. We got to create this to make this a part of this area, not this area. We got to do some stuff here. We got some work to be done in Christendom, backed by the Jew, who y'all look up to as the most scholarly. Can't question them because they live in and they speak some modern Hebraic block Hebrew Yiddish. my. But I understand again. I got to keep saying I understand, because people always tell me, D, you got to understand, D, yeah. You got to understand, D, yeah. I do understand, man. You think I just came from outer space? Do understand. I've been around Christendom all my life. I know exactly how this thing works, how it goes down, what to say, what not to say, unwritten rules. Please. Got in trouble one time for saying something. I walked out of a thing when there's 1,400 people in some church building. 1,400 people. I was the only person to get up. Praise Yahuwah. It wasn't called Yahuwah back then. Got up, walked out. Got rebuked for that. Walked out, me by myself. That lets you know that was many of years ago. I don't wait. I ain't waiting for no pastor, no elder, no teacher, no rabbi, whatever. Please, overseer, underseer, no. Gave me a mind of my own. Use it. Get up, get out of there. Got rebuked for that. That was the beginning. I'm glad I did, boy, because that was the beginning. That was the beginning of my awakening. Woo-wee. D, calm down. Hey, listen, sometimes this is fun, and sometimes it's scary as heck. When I say scary, because of the fact that, I don't even want to say this, but it's scary in a way, because people are mean. People are mean. And that means white and black and Hispanic can be mean. And Korean and Chinese, etc. Can be mean over the traditions of men. Want some blood out of that stuff, man. So it's not easy. You can't share. You can't talk with everybody. It's just the way it is, because people just don't like things to be uprooted that they used to and they're accustomed to, their traditions. They don't want it to be changed. Just leave it alone. We can't leave a lie alone. And a lie has to be discussed. Oops. Could be debated as well. Most of the time, the two people debating ain't changing. I know from here on to my deathbed, I am not changing on this subject. African, black / brown, Israelite, I'm going to say Israelite because everybody used the word Israelite, or European Jew. I know I'm not changing. I picked the first one. African, black / brown, Israelite. Ancient Hebrews of the book, as well as the modern day descendants of the Hebraic Hebrews. Folks. I gotta leave some for down the road. I'm gonna blow it off. I'm gonna shoot everything out there and again finish up. But anyway, a lie told often enough becomes truth. So we got to get rid of the lie and promote the truth. Is it gonna hurt feelings? You may lose some friends too. Let me put that one out there. You might lose some buddies. For some of y'all out there. For some of y'all out there, that's why you're scared to do it in a way too. I understand. You might lose some people. Well, maybe, let me not say that. You might lose some people. Now understand, it's not easy, folks. It's not easy in the midst with everything around you about this particular subject. It's been a lie for so long, and then you turn around talking about haba huba. What? Man, they're going to come at you with every angle. Trip you up. Tie visible rope around your ankles. You're gonna get it. You're going to get beat down. But if you know to know, and you do your homework, in your First Thessalonica 5:21, and you do your historical study, not modern day Renaissance period Christendom or European white scholars. If you do it from there, you ain't gonna see jack except what you've been seeing for the last whatever how many centuries. How many white folks know black historians? There's a good question. How many? I asked this in my thing I hang out with. How many you know? Can you name? Give me three. 3 strikes and y'all. Give me 3 black historians you know. Well, the church fathers. I ain't saying about no church father. Because most of them was black. You don't know about that. Give me some black historians. Scholars. Black. African American. Now you can use African American. You can use black American. Give me some. Put them in the text. Find some. Do something. Oh, it doesn't matter again. Now when it comes to black scholars and historians, it doesn't matter. Anyway, folks, now I got to take a nap after getting hype with the sun beaming out here. Now the sun is out. Anyway, the sun is out because that lie is about to get burnt up. That sun about to beam on that lie and get them up out of here. So the truth prevail. So the truth will come out. So the truth will stand for centuries and centuries to come. Oops. Just like with centuries and centuries of lies, it's going to be centuries and centuries of truth. Well, here he go again with his eschatology. I got to mix it in because it's all gospel. It ain't one thing or the other. It ain't just this. It ain't just that. It ain't just this. And it ain't just that. It's all. The whole counsel. Oh, man. We'd be dead and gone, most of us living today. Especially for us older folks. I don't know how some of you people are, how old y'all are. But you'll be gone. But them great-grandchildren, woo-wee, they ain't going to even know some of the stuff we talking about now. It's going to be all wiped away, all washed away, and all truth going to come in, all lies going to go out. How about that? And then we can get somewhere. Now, and once we get there, I don't care what your nationality is. Every nationality supposed to stand up for truth. Not just so-called, African Israelites. I'll put it that way. Every nationality should stand up for truth. Every one of y'all who claim and call yourself a believer, I wouldn't care if your top of your body was yellow and the bottom was green. Oh yeah, he was olive. Doggone it, you're supposed to stand up for truth. If you know better, you're supposed to stand up for truth like you do with all the other doctrines. A lie, and I'm finished. That's it. I'm done. A lie told often enough becomes truth. My. Is that not a Proverbs? I don't know. I don't think that's in the book of Proverbs, but it sure might have to be added. It is the fact, and it is what it is, folks. Anyway, shalom. I don't know about peace because they're angry. They don't know about peace. Shoot, they don't know peace now. We're angry. We don't like this. Shut up. But we got to do what we got to do for truth. Because the next generation, black, white, Hispanic, has to know the truth. We cannot bleed and lead them to another century of lies. This is not fair to them. I don't care if you're a European white. I don't care if you're German. I don't care if you're Jewish for that matter. I don't care if you're Korean. I don't care if you're Hispanic. I don't care if you're from Barbados. I don't care where you're from, Barbados. I don't care if you're from Southern Africa. I don't care where you're from. Southern Africa, listen to me, Southern Kingdom. I don't care where you're from. Truth has to be passed down to the next generations of all nationalities. And I'm going to close it out on that one. How about that? Isn't that fair enough? Truth from all nationalities. But it looked like the African Hebrew Israelites going to have to lead this march. Oh yeah, it seems like it. There's some others that are out there that are still pressing on this thing a little bit, but there's plenty. But it's getting a rough call because it's just traditions and lies. It won't want to give up that power. I ain't gonna have no power if you accept or believe the truth. All power is given to him in heaven and earth. Who's that? Yahushua, all power given to him. You don't get no power because you find out some history, genealogy, or whatever. You don't get none of that. No. That stays with Yahushua. So let's not get fooled there. But anyway, all right, folks, you take care. See you guys eventually, hopefully, soon, shortly.